Jets fans, they're feeling like Kermit the Frog after Sunday's loss to the Cardinals. And why? Because they're saying it ain't easy being green. The Jets, they fell to Arizona 31-6 out in the desert. Yes, it was a debacle in the desert as Gang Green drops to 3-7 on the season. So let's talk some Jets football. We're going to do it with WFAN host Danielle McCartan, who joins me now. Danielle, how's it going?
I mean, better than New York football, I guess.
Yeah. Well, I feel like we've been saying that too much. The vibes have been too much of that this entire season whenever you and I talk, and it just hasn't been happy around the Giants. It definitely hasn't been happy around the Jets. And Danielle, Sunday clearly was not the Jets' day offensively as they struggled, and even in the third quarter, they couldn't find the end zone from the 3-yard line. What went wrong with the Gang Green offense today?
I mean, I don't know. It turns out the playoffs were a mirage after all, right? But in terms of the offense, I mean, I can't believe we are in week 10 and we are still seeing these miscommunications between the quarterback and his pass catchers. That it's just completely unacceptable this late in the season. And I mean, at all, but especially this late in the season. And then another thing, the Jets offense is just entirely too slow. Like you saw in the first drive coming out of the first, the first half in the third quarter, the Jets had a little tempo. They were able to move the ball down to the goal line, the whole length of the field. Why can't that tempo be the norm? And I also think there's a lot of predictability to this Jets offense. Like when the Jets get down near the end zone, Rodgers only has eyes for like Devontae Adams, it seems. And they also didn't complete a single pass over 10 yards today, which is amazing considering who's throwing the ball and who's catching the ball for this team. It's unacceptable. And maybe it's a case of trying to be too perfect and trying to play too uptight, not playing free-flowing football. But, I mean, I have no idea. I'm not making any excuses for the first ballot Hall of Fame quarterback or any of the cast of characters around him. I really don't know, but what I do know is that this is nowhere near what this offense is supposed to look like, and I think that's what burns people the most about this team.
Yeah, I think a lot of people were excited about the talent, especially at the skill position, excited about Rodgers coming back and being healthier this year, and you just haven't seen the offense turn out the way I think a lot of people expected it to be. Now, on defense, the Cardinals, they had their way with the Jets defense on Sunday. They racked up plenty of yards. What was wrong with this Gang Green D that, to be honest, Danielle, they haven't looked the same since Robert Saleh was fired as head coach? What's been wrong with this defense?
I mean, Robert Saleh, as far as I was concerned, was a figurehead either way. The problem here is that they promoted the defensive coordinator to the head coach's role, and he can't allocate as much time to the defense, obviously. So there might be a problem with the coaching pipeline on that team. Like, guys who then have to step up just aren't and just can't. And you would think that now the addition of Hassan Reddick would be a great thing. I mean, he's non-existent, just like the rest of them. Sauce gets cooked every single Sunday, both in my house and on the turf. Like, since when did this game turn into two-hand touch? Because that's what the Jets are playing. This team cannot tackle, which is a fundamental concept in the sport. This team just looks uninspired, not fundamentally sound, and I can't believe. And that it also is an indication of how they practice. They must practice with two-hand touch type drills. They're not getting after each other at practice. I think it's pretty evident. And for a unit, again, with such lofty expectations coming into this season, the Jets defense, like the Jets team, has been an abject failure at every single level.
It's been bad on defense, Danielle. We have to note there, you went full Italian culture on us there with the sauce getting cooked every Sunday. See what you did there. I appreciate it. I respect it. Sauce Gardner tackling has not been good there for sure. Last thing for me, Danielle, because a lot of this isn't that deep. There were dreams of the Jets going 8-1 over their last 9 games. Now they're going to have to run the table over the final 7 games here to reach that record. They're now 3-7, long shots to make the playoffs. So where does Gang Green go from here, and what does the fan base have to look forward to the rest of the way?
Yeah, the NFL's website gives the Jets a 15% chance to make the playoffs. With a win today, it would have been something like 32. And I am so embarrassed that I actually fell for it again. Like, I really thought that after being there and watching that second half of that Texans game, that Aaron Rodgers could really rally the troops and go on a run. And I am embarrassed. I'm embarrassed to say that I actually thought this team, even through my show on WFAN just last night, could make the playoffs. The Broncos lost, the Colts lost, and everything fell the Jets' way today, except for the fact that they couldn't put one single touchdown on the scoreboard. It's over. The season is over, and I need to take this time, Dexter, because it's going to be a week until I touch the airwaves again. I need to take this time to apologize to every single person that I convinced or tried to convince that this team would pull it together down the stretch. Forget about running the table. It's obvious that it's no longer on the table at all. So the Jets season is over. I apologize, and I am about to send myself into a darkness retreat to contemplate which team's bandwagon I can join for the rest of the season, because New York football, it's just not it.
Wow. Danielle McCartan bringing the heat, apologizing to the people. See, I respect that. I respect you apologizing to the people who you might have led down a road of hope. And now, Danielle, do you have any hope to give the people? Anything at all whatsoever, or just wait till next year?
Just wait till next year. Just end the season. JETS.
Got it. That is Danielle McCartan, host on WFAN, doing a fantastic job breaking down New York football. Just wish she was a little bit happier about it, but that's not her fault. It's the team's. Danielle, appreciate you.
Yeah, I wish I was a little happier too, Dexter, but that's the way the cookie crumbles. Thanks for the time.
Always. Thank you.